Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. Flower Fairy here. And in today's reading, we're going to be looking at what would your pet say to you if they could speak. And to do this reading, I've laid out 3 piles of cards here. Pile number 1, you're going to be this white crystal here. Pile number 2, you're going to be this red bloodstone crystal here. And pile 3, you're going to be this black onyx crystal. So take a minute and focus on the piles and decide which one you're most drawn to. You can then scroll down to the description box below where I have timestamps listed for each pile. You can then click on your timestamp and you'll be directly forwarded to your reading. So let's begin. Hi pile 1, so you guys chose this white crystal here. And I'm going to start just by clearing your space, so you're going to hear 3 loud sounds. Beautiful. Okay. So you receive number 16 with Meerkat and Responsibility. The Horse with Free Spirit. Number 23 with Coconut Octopus, you're on the right path. Number 39 with Moth Spirit, Surrender Now. The Frog and Lotus with Metamorphosis. And number 34, Not a Tiger, Majesty. The 9 of Cups card. The 8 of Pentacles card. The 2 of Wands. And the 9 of Pentacles. So pile number 1, what would your pet say to you if they could speak? So the first thing I'm getting here, pile 1, is that your pet feels like you're a very good parent to them, a very good mother or father to them. They feel, with this responsibility card here, they feel like you're very responsible, you're very capable, you take care of them very well, you make sure all of their needs are met, and you're really a good parent to them. You're very responsible. And they really like this aspect about you. They feel very safe with you, very comfortable, very taken care of, and very loved, honestly. So that's beautiful, pile 1. And then with this Free Spirit card, it says, give yourself the space and freedom to express your creativity. So with this card being here, I feel like your pet loves having their freedom. They love to just be able to go outside and maybe run around, or if it's a dog, be off their leash maybe. But they love the freedom to just roam and just be free. I feel like they really need their own space. They need their own time. They're very freedom loving. So however that resonates here, I see that they're a free spirit. They're very appreciative of the times when when they can have their freedom and just, maybe if it's a dog, run around, or even if it's a cat, if it's a horse, whatever type of pet it is that you have, they definitely like having their freedom. So that's coming through here. And then another thing coming through is that your pet wants you to know that wherever you are in life and whatever you're doing, you're on the right path. And they want you to just keep persevering. They want you to keep going through the in-betweens, like this card says. And they want you to remain strong. And I feel like also with this card, your pet feels like they're with the right person. They feel like you are the right person for them. You are the right owner for them. And they feel very comfortable with you, very satisfied with you. And like I said before, they feel very taken care of. So that's coming through. And then along the lines with what we were saying before about you being on the right path, I think your pet also sees that you're going through some sort of change or transformation in your life. Because we have this moth spirit and we also have the metamorphosis card here. So moths represent change and transformation. And so I feel like your pet sees you going through some sort of change here, whether that's a change of a relationship or a change of a job or change of a location, whatever it is for you. Your pet sees you going through this change, and they want you to know that whatever this change is, it's going to be for your highest good. You're on the right path. And they really, I think, admire you for going through this change and for being strong enough to make this change. I think they're very proud of you here. And I also feel like with this Majesty card being here, that your pet really looks up to you. They treat you almost as their king or their queen. You're sort of their ruling power. And I feel like they're very obedient, if that's a word, towards you. I feel like they obey you. I feel like they revere you. You know, they really respect you. And you're almost this king or queen to them here. You're like royalty to them. And, you know, they feel that you're very intelligent, you're very powerful, and you have a strong leadership quality about you. And I think they really appreciate that and really admire that about you. So very interesting, pile one. So getting into your tarot here, with the Nine of Cups being here, I feel like your pet wants you to know that they're very satisfied with you. They're very comfortable, and they're very happy. They really like being with you, and they like having you as their owner. And, you know, because we see on this card, this unicorn, and they're just relaxing here, and there's these 9 cups above them. So I feel like they're just sort of in this relaxed state when they're with you, and they feel very safe and very at home and just very happy, very content. So really beautiful. And then with the Knight of Pentacles here, I feel like for some of you, you may be very hard workers. You may be pursuing some type of dream or goal, or maybe your job just requires a lot of time or effort. But I feel like sometimes this makes your pet a little bit sad. I feel like maybe they wish you had more time for them, or maybe they wish you gave them a little more attention. I feel like sometimes they come to you with maybe a toy or something that they want to play with. And maybe you turn them down. Maybe you tell them, oh, I don't have time right now, or I have to go do this project or work on this. And I feel like it makes them a little bit sad, is sort of the energy that I get from this card. So that's not going to resonate for everybody here, but for a few of you, I feel like that may be the case here. Because, the Two of Wands is also here, and the Two of Wands is about pursuing some type of goal or having some type of dream or wish. And so, for a lot of you, I feel like this is something that you're working on, that you're spending time on. And I feel like your pet sometimes feels a little bit maybe jealous of whatever that is, and wishes that they could spend more time with you. So interesting energy. And then with the Nine of Pentacles here, I feel like your pet really sees you as the successful person who's prosperous and abundant and able to create abundance for yourself, very self-sufficient and very independent. And they really admire this quality about you, this ability to create stability for yourself, create abundance for yourself. And they feel very satisfied, very safe in your presence. So really interesting energy there as well. So I feel like that's all I have for you guys today, Pile 1. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up down below. And if you like this reading and would like to see more like it in the future, please subscribe to my channel. It really does help my channel grow. And I would love to have you as part of the Flower Fairy family. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. So you guys chose the red Bloodstone crystal here. And let's see what cards you received. So I'm just going to start by clearing the energy here. You're going to hear 3 loud sounds. Okay. So you received number 37 with intuition and the cat. Interesting. So some of you may have a cat as a pet here. You have the flamingo card with unity heart. You have the barren cedar with leadership. You have number 20 with dolphin spirit. You have number 21, parrotfish, protect your assets. And number 32 with not a hairstyle, pride. You also have the 2 of Cups. You have the High Priestess. You have the King of Pentacles. And you have the 4 of Cups. Okay, so pile number 2. What would your pet say to you if they could speak? Okay, so the first thing I'm getting here, pile 2, is that you and your pet have a very strong connection, a very intuitive connection with each other. I feel like your pet can almost read your mind and vice versa. And I feel like your pet feels this intuitive, almost subconscious connection with you here, because you have the intuition card with the cat. And so, like I said before, some of you may have a cat as a pet. That may be the pet you're thinking of here. But even if you don't, I feel this very, very strong bond between you two. Like you can read each other's minds, like you know what the other one is going to do next or say next. So, very interesting. And then with this unity heart here, I feel like your pet feels very connected to you on a heart level, on an emotional level. I think there's a very strong love there between the two of you. And your pet feels very emotional about you, very passionately about you. And they really love you so much, pile two. I feel this just strong love that the two of you share. And, you know, the card says you are being called to work on collective healing. So I feel like your pet also feels like you're a very healing person. You're a very healing presence to be around. And I think they really enjoy being in your energy because you almost heal them in a way. You have this very soothing, calming quality about you that I think really calms your pet's fears and anxieties and really helps them heal. And so it's really a beautiful, beautiful connection that I'm feeling here at pile two. And another thing I'm seeing here is that your pet really feels like you're a strong leader for them, a strong guide for them. With the bear and cedar being here with leadership, I feel like your pet really, really sees you as this powerful leader or guide. I think they feel very protected by you. I think they feel very safe with you. And they feel like you'll take care of whatever problem arises, or you'll be there for them, you know, whenever they need you, is kind of the energy that I'm getting here. And I think your pet also feels very protective about you. I think they really care for you and really want to protect you, because with the dolphin spirit being here, you know, dolphins are known to protect humans from sharks. And, you know, they'll swim around the human in order to ward off the shark when a shark is ready to attack a human. So there's a very protective energy about the dolphin. And so I'm getting this idea that your pet is very protective of you, and you know, will do anything in their power to watch over you and look after you. So really beautiful energy there. And then I'm also seeing here that, and you know, it's funny because we have a lot of fish here on the cards, because we have a fish on this card and a fish on this card. So maybe some of you have a fish as a pet, you know, or a cat, you know, or a bird. There's definitely a couple of possibilities here. But another thing I'm seeing here is that your pet is very proud of you. I think your pet has this real sense of pride in you. And, you know, they're very proud to be your pet. They're very proud that you're their owner, that you're their parent. And they look up to you. I think they look up to you with this admiration, because on this card we see this woman looking up here, and she's just looking like she's admiring whatever she's looking at. So I feel like your pet really admires you and really looks up to you, is very proud to be yours, and is very proud that you are their owner. So interesting. And then finally, with this protect your assets card, I feel like this is almost a warning from your pet here. So some of you maybe you've spent a little bit too much lately, or maybe you've not been keeping track of your finances, or something, to do with your assets here. I think your pet is maybe seeing you behaving in a certain way in regards to your finances or your assets, and really wants you to really be careful with safeguarding your money right now and safeguarding your assets, because on the card it says don't be careless with what you've worked hard for. So your pet is almost warning you to protect what you've worked for, protect what you've earned, and don't be careless about it. Don't be rash with it. So really interesting energy there. So moving on to your tarot here, with the Two of Cups being here, I feel like, and I mentioned this before, like there's this very strong love, very strong bond between you and your pet here. It's almost like you guys are, we see these two birds kissing here on this card. So it's almost like, a relationship that you would have with a romantic partner. There's just so much love there. And maybe your pet even kisses you often, or you kiss your pet, however it resonates here. But I just see this very strong love here and very strong bond. And it's interesting because we see the caduceus here, the caduceus symbol, and this heart. And, those represent health and medicine. So I feel almost like your pet is, we have this idea of healing here again. So I feel like your pet and you have this healing relationship with each other. So maybe you heal your pet in certain ways, or your pet heals you. I feel like your pet brings you a lot of joy and sort of eases your anxieties or worries. I feel like there's this symbiotic relationship here where you guys really help each other heal. You heal them, and in turn they heal you. And it may even be physically, or it could just be emotionally. But I definitely get this idea of healing here, healing energy between the two of you. So really interesting. And then with the High Priestess being here, again, this card talks about intuition and special knowledge. And so your pet really feels like they have this intuitive connection with you, this deep bond with you, where they can read your mind and you can read their mind. And they find you to be this intuitive person, this High Priestess here. And I feel like, you guys are just deeply connected. It could even be, past life energy here. So maybe you knew each other in a past life, or, you had this pet in a past life before. But there's definitely some deep connection here, pile 2. And then you also have the King of Pentacles here. So I feel like your pet sees you as this abundant, successful person. I feel like, there's all these fruits on this card, and this bird is wearing this beautiful scarf here and crown and everything. So I feel like your pet feels like you've done very well for yourself. You've really created a lot of abundance in your life, and they feel very comfortable in their surroundings. They feel very taken care of, very spoiled almost in a way. So maybe you spoil them, or they just feel very, very fortunate to be in your presence, in your surroundings. So beautiful. And then with the Four of Cups here, I feel like for some of you, your pet may feel a little bit disappointed at times. And I feel like maybe sometimes they reach out to you and they want to receive love or they want to receive attention, and maybe they don't get that, maybe. And I think for some of you, it may be, that you're focused on your work or your career, maybe. And they may see you working really hard and really spending a lot of time on work or earning money or something like that. And I think it sort of makes them a little bit anxious or a little bit disappointed at times, because maybe, they wish that you were spending that time with them or giving that energy to them. That's not going to resonate for everybody here, but for a few of you, I feel like that may be the case here with the Four of Cups being here. So really interesting, pile 2. So I feel like that's all I have for you guys today, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up down below. And if you like this reading and would like to see more like it in the future, please subscribe to my channel. It really does help my channel grow. And I'd love to have you as part of the Flower Fairy family. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile 3. So you guys chose the black onyx crystal here. And I'm going to start by clearing your energy here. So you're going to hear 3 loud sounds. Okay. So you received number 20 with Beauty and Swan. The Llama with Soul Growth. The Boar and Pumpkin with Confidence. Number 67 with Wolf Spirit. Candy Basslet with Know Your Worth. Not a Barn Owl with Wisdom. The 4 of Swords. The 7 of Swords. The 3 of Cups. And the 10 of Swords. Okay, so pile number 3. What would your pet say to you if they could speak? So the first thing I'm seeing here, pile 3, is your pet feels like you are a very beautiful person. We have the Swan and Beauty card here. So I'm getting this idea that your pet really feels like you're a beautiful person, not only on the outside, but also on the inside. And I'm also getting this idea that your pet really trusts you. Your pet feels almost this blind trust in you. Because on this card, we see this woman who is blindfolded, and this bird is eating out of her hand here. So I get this idea that your pet trusts you just blindly. They know that you're going to be there for them. They know that you're going to take care of them and love them. And they just have this blind trust in you, this secure feeling about you. So really interesting. And And then I'm also getting the feeling here that your pet has a lot of confidence in you, a lot of trust in you. Um, because you have the Born Pumpkin card here with confidence. So your pet is very confident in who you are as an owner and as a person. They really have this, like I said, blind faith, blind trust in you. And they don't question you. They don't question your decisions or the things that you do, because they just trust you and they have confidence in you. So really beautiful. And then I'm also getting an idea here that your pet knows or sees that you're going through some sort of growth here, pile 3. And I feel like it's a soul growth, because we have the Llama card here with soul growth. And it says, growth is never easy. Have faith and trust in the journey. And I feel like your pet and you are almost going through this soul growth together, because we see the two llamas here on this card. And I feel like this is you and your pet here. So I feel like whatever this growth is, it's going to resonate differently for everybody. But I feel like you two are almost going through this growth process together. And I feel a very strong connection here between the two of you, a soul connection. So it's something that goes really deep, pile 3. And, maybe you knew this pet in a past life, or maybe you've been in contact with them in some way before, but there's definitely a soul bond here between the two of you. So really interesting. And then with the wolf spirit being here, the card says, turn knowledge into wisdom. So I feel like your pet feels like you are very knowledgeable, pile 3, very intelligent, and they feel confident in the decisions that you make, like I said before. And I feel like for some of you, your pet may be a dog, maybe the pet we're thinking of is a dog, or I even see a lot of birds here on your card. So maybe your pet is a bird that you're thinking of. But I definitely see that your pet feels like you are powerful and you are intelligent and you are knowledgeable. And I also feel like with the wolf spirit being here, your pet is very protective over you. Your pet is really wanting to keep you from any type of harm or anything negative. They're very protective over your energy and over your being. So really interesting. And another thing I'm getting here is that your pet really wants you to know your worth and understand how important you are to them and how important you are to the world. Really value yourself and take care of yourself, and not settle for less in life. On the card it says, keep your standards high. So your pet really wants you to, keep your standards high. Don't settle for less in life, and understand your worth. Understand how powerful and knowledgeable you are, and how beautiful you are as a person, because you also have this wisdom card here with not a barn owl. So, your pet sees you as this very intelligent, wise person, and they want you to have high standards. They want you to believe and trust in your own wisdom, in your own knowledge. So really interesting. So let's move on to your tarot cards now. So with the Four of Swords being here, I'm feeling like your pet is sort of feeling like they want to rest right now. So, maybe they take naps a lot, or maybe they lay around the house, but I feel like this is something that your pet needs right now, is sort of this time to process their emotions and recharge their energy and, get into a place where they can be active again and be excited. I feel like maybe, it could be because of the soul growth that you and your pet are going through, but there's just this idea that, your pet needs some time to recharge right now. So I think, if they could speak to you, maybe they would tell you this, I just need some time to rest right now. I just need to get my thoughts together, recharge my energy, that type of thing is coming through here. And then with the Seven of Swords being here, I'm feeling like, for some of you, your pet may feel a little bit anxious right now, a little bit unsure of things. And, because on this card, we see this dog and he's got this one sword here that he's sort of defending, while these other swords are poking at him. So I feel like, again, there's this idea of protection here. Like your pet is very protective over you. But I think this sense of protection makes them anxious in a way, so maybe they feel like when they have to protect you, that there's this big responsibility on them, and they feel a little bit anxious about that. But there's an idea here of your pet maybe feeling a little bit of anxiety right now is coming through. And then with the Three of Cups being here, I feel like your pet loves being with people. I feel like your pet loves when you're with them and maybe the family is around and you're all together. And they love being with people, and they also love being with other animals, because on this card we see a number of dogs here, but there's also a bird. So I feel like, your pet just loves being with other animals as well, and sharing good times and emotions. And, I feel your pet is very social, very in need of social contact. So really interesting. And then the Ten of Swords being here, again, that's a sort of a card of anxiety and fear. And it can also mean, disappointment. So I feel like, again, this idea that your pet is just a little bit wary, a little bit anxious. And, however that resonates for you. But I think that's the anxiety is what makes them sort of feel lethargic at times, or feel like they need to rest or recharge their batteries, because I feel like it takes a lot out of them mentally and physically, that feeling of anxiety or fear. So very interesting. So I feel like that's all I have for you guys today, pile 3. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up down below. And if you like this reading and would like to see more like it in the future, please subscribe to my channel. It really does help my channel grow, and I'd love to have you as part of the Flower Fairy family. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye!